Alright, so super quick rundown because I'm about to go in for dinner. But qualifying, very interesting stuff. There are 3 people who went out in the first lap of qualifying 1 because of accidents. Natalia Petrov, Kamui Kobayashi, and Pedro de la Rosa. So they were all out first session. Petrov went out in the first lap, didn't even make it around once. But they all went out in first session. And that actually gave way to Glock and Kovalainen both making it in to Q2 for the first time. So congrats to Lotus and Virgin Racing for making it to Q2. They didn't do it because of lap times, but being able to stay on the track is part of the game, so congrats to them. Really big moment there for them. And Rosberg had to change gearboxes. I'm not sure if he did it. I think he did it during or after third practice. So penalties going into qualifying: 5-place grid penalty for Rosberg for the gearbox change, 10-place drop for Schumacher for his little incident in Hungary with Barrichello. So they had penalties just even going into it. They were going to be lower on the grid than what they qualified. But very interesting Q3. The weather had kind of been off and on. It was raining, it was dry, it was raining, and it ended up that because in practice Alonso had really set the pace. He had been quickest, and then by the time Q3 ended, Mark Webber was on pole position. Hamilton put in a real cracker of a lap there at the end. He nabbed second. Robert Kubica was third. So good job to him and Renault. That may actually be their top qualifying result of the season. I've always said that Robert Kubica is one of my favorite drivers, along with Heikki Kovalainen. And I know that Kubica has a quick car and that he's a very talented driver. And that just kind of came together in a great qualifying session for them this weekend. And 4th was Vettel, 5th was Hamilton, Massa was 6th, and Alonso was 10th. Alonso had a pretty big off during qualifying, and that really wrecked, I think, his momentum. But anyways, that's it for the race. The race is supposed to be, I've heard wet, was what I heard. They're expecting it to be a wet race. That does not mean that it will be a wet race. When they tell you, I was laughing with my parents. Spa is a great course. It's got tons of elevation changes. But I was laughing. I said, the course is so huge. It's 7.7 kilometers. And it can be bucketing it down on one end of the track. It can just be covered in rain. And the other end will be completely dry. And the problem is, of course, if you stay out on slick tires in the wet, obviously you're going to be at a loss for traction. But if you're out on the intermediates, they burn up very quickly if it's not wet. They are really a bridge tire. They're not, you don't really put in quick times on intermediates for long because they're just not made for it. So it'll be interesting to see how the weather plays into it. I fully expect Lewis Hamilton, that McLaren has such a strong engine in there. I fully expect that Lewis is going to have a run on him on the first lap. I mean, I'd say it's a safe bet. But anyways, that's it for now. Great race to look forward to tomorrow. I'll talk to you guys later.